morning, children. Hope you have followed the previous class of solution. In that, I have taken few slides. We were discussing about solubility of gases. This graph, of course, we have discussed in our previous class, and rather we had gone for this also. How to increase the rate of dissolving for gases and for solids in liquids. If it is for gases, you need to increase the pressure. If it is solid, you need to stir it, or you need to increase the temperature. To dissolve more solid in liquid, you need to increase the temperature. Whereas for gases, if you want to dissolve more of gas into liquid, you need to increase the pressure. These are some of the conditions. This also we have discussed. Then, calculating concentration terms, this also we were discussing. There are different names, different formulae for different concentration terms. There are 8 concentration terms in our syllabus. Few we were discussing other day, like molarity. Molarity is indicated with capital M. Molality is indicated with small m. And mole fraction is indicated with a letter like this. These things we have discussed in the last class. And we have also given some formula for those things. What are those? Molarity. It is number of moles of solute per 1 liter of solution. Whereas molality, moles of solute per kg of solvent. Now what is the difference between these two things? This one, molarity, which is indicated with the M, is a temperature dependent. Temperature dependent. That means what is that? As temperature changes, this value changes. Why is it so? It is because there is a volume term in it. Since volume, liquid volume changes with the temperature, so it is a temperature dependent value. Now, whereas this one, small m, is temperature independent. Temperature, that means rather it is not depending on temperature. So, temperature independent. Independent. It is not depending on the temperature. Alright, and mole fraction. This is also not depending on the temperature. Why is it so? Because here also there is no volume term. If you remember in our last class, we were writing a big formula, that is number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. This is mole fraction of A. This formula in the last class we have written at the end. Alright, so this is also temperature independent. Now, besides this, of course, we have come to numerical, but besides this, there are so many concentration terms like mass percentage, volume percentage, ppm. ppm, that refers to, I'll just take the previous slide only, I'll clear it off. Now, some more terms I'm saying. One is ppm. This refers to parts per million. Parts per million. This is parts per million. What does it mean? That means if I have taken 1 million particles of certain thing, 1 million particles of certain thing, in that few particles are of solute. The best example for this one is iodine in common salt. Iodine in common salt. you have you seen Tata Namak? In the Tata Namak, what is that? It is written 5 ppm. Supposing if it is written as 5 ppm iodine, what does it mean? That means if I have 1 million NaCl particles, there are 5 particles of I2. Do you understand? 5 ppm I2 means in 1 million particles of NaCl, we have 5 particles of I2. When do we use this parts per million? We use it when the concentration has to be expressed. That means the concentration is very low. Alright? Now, besides this, there is another point. That is mass percentage. Mass percentage. What is this mass percentage? That is weight of B. That means solute. Usually we take solute as B, solvent as A. So weight of B divided by weight of solution. Weight of solution into 100. This is mass percentage. Do you understand? In the same way, you have volume percentage. What is volume percentage? Volume percentage. Here, mass percentage, so mass is expressed or the weight is expressed. Alright? And in physics, if you see mass and weight, they say it as different, but here I am using it as a common term. Alright? Now, volume percentage means it is volume of B divided by volume of solution into 100. This is volume percentage. And besides all these things, in 11th class practicals, you were doing another, or you have come across another concentration term, that is normality. What is normality? Number of gram equivalents of solute. Normality is, it is indicated with N. Normality is number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Alright, this is another concentration term. So now, how many concentration terms we have come across? Molarity, molarity, normality, mole fraction, ppm, volume percentage, mass percentage. These are different types of concentration terms. Okay, now we will go for few numericals. These are solved numericals. We'll be going for those things. Alright? Solved numericals we'll see. Just read this. What is the molarity of 450.5 grams of silver nitrate AgNO3 dissolved in 675 ml of water? What are they asking? They are asking molarity. They are asking molarity. What does that mean? It is a capital M. Molarity they are asking. And what have they dissolved? Silver nitrate. 450.5 grams of silver nitrate is dissolved in 675 ml of water. Alright? So, how to solve this? How did we learn the formula? That is, molarity is equal to, what is that? Number of moles of solute, dissolved in 1 liter of solution. This is what we have learned. In the previous slides it is there. Alright? So we are trying to find it out now. Now, how to get number of moles? To get number of moles, first of all, we should find out what? Molecular weight of silver nitrate. What is the formula? It is given here. AgNO3 is the formula. What is the weight of Ag? Any idea? Usually we take it as 108. Actually it is 107.86 grams. This is weight of Ag. Nitrogen atomic weight is 14 grams. Oxygen, it is 16 grams. So from these things, let us calculate. So how much is that? 107.86, that is fine. Nitrogen is only 1 unit, so 14. Then oxygen is 3 units, 3 16s are 48. Total it up. 8, 6, 12, 7, 19, 1, 6, 1. Is it coming? 169.86. Okay. 169.88. Okay. That means they have gone the figure. This one they must have taken it as an 8. That's fine. Anyway, this is the molecular weight of AgNO3. Okay. That's it. Molecular weight of AgNO3. Just imagine if 169.88 grams of AgNO3 is present in 1 liter of solution, we directly call it as 1 molar solution. Right? But now the problem is, what is that? The quantity of water is also decreased, 675 ml. And molecular weight is much more. The weight of AgNO3 dissolved is much more. So you need to find out number of moles. So first let us find out the number of moles. For finding out the number of moles, what is that? Weight by molecular weight. Weight is 450.5 grams given 169.88 grams AgNO3. That is also given. Alright. If you find out moles, it is coming to 2.65. 2.65 moles of AgNO3. Now, once again I repeat, if I say this 2.65 is dissolved in 1 liter of solution, supposing, then what happens to the molarity? It is 2.65 mole. Molarity. This 2.65 molar solution. But here, the volume of the solution is also less. We need to take the volume of solution in liters, so we have taken it as 0.675 liters. So if you solve this one, you will get this answer. That is. So final answer is 3.929 molar. Hope you have understood. Okay. Let's go to the another one. Another question. Yes. How many grams of sodium chloride is needed to make 34.2 ml of 0.87 molar solution? Here you see what and all are there. Molarity is already given. Weight of sodium chloride they have asked. Let us go for the molecular weight. Molecular weight of NaCl. How do we get? Atomic weight of Na plus atomic weight of Cl. Na refers to 23 grams. Cl refers to 35.4 grams. Add it up. If you add it up, you will get 0.4. This is 8 and 5. 58.4 grams. See, here it is given. That is, molecular weight of NaCl is 58.44 grams. They have taken another point beyond this. Fine. How many grams of sodium chloride is needed to make 34.2 ml of 0.87 molar solution? So what are there? All these values we are substituting in the known formula. And the known formula is, what is that? Weight by molecular weight. Weight of B by molecular weight of B. Molarity is equal to weight of B into molecular weight of B into, what is that? After this, volume of solution in liters. Alright, this is what we are going to do. And if you substitute these values, finally you are arriving to the answer, that is 1.7 grams of NaCl. Alright, let's go for the another one. Another numerical. Yes, this slightly big one. Say 50 grams of sugar, formula is also given, C12H22O11, is mixed with 365 ml of water. Calculate the molality and mole fraction of sugar. You see here the terms which are asked are molality small m and mole fraction of sugar. These two things are asked. Okay, so let us start solving it. First of all, let us find out the molecular weight of sugar. What is the molecular weight of sugar? How to find it out? Sugar molecular weight C12. Carbon atomic weight is 12. So 12 into 12 is 144. Hydrogen. There are 22 hydrogens and atomic weight is 1. Let us take it as 1 only. It is actually 1.008. Yes, then anyway, oxygen is 16. And how many you have like that? 11 are there. So it's coming to 176. Fine. Add it up. You are expected to get this value. Let us see. This 2, 7, 14, 4, 1, 3, 342. Okay? Yes. If those decimal values also if you take, they have taken, that is why they are getting it as 342.34 grams. What is this? It's a molecular weight. That's fine. Now, how many grams of sugar is dissolved? That is 50 grams is dissolved. 50 grams of sugar is dissolved. So, to find out the number of moles, what will you do? Weight by molecular weight. So, 50 divided by 342.34 grams. Alright, and this is dissolved in how many? 365 ml. So 365 ml, of course, that will go to the numerator, and this salt value, what is that? This many moles of sugar, that is 0.146 moles. This is the number of moles of sugar. Alright, and what is that? What else? Here, see, this is the second one is number of moles of water. Because sugar is dissolved in water, so you are finding out number of moles of water. This is molecular weight of water. This is weight of water, 365 grams. Divide this 365 with the 18.02. 20.255. This is the number of moles. Now you have got both the number of moles, sugar and water. From that, let us calculate both the things. That is, first one, molality, number of moles of solute in kg of solvent. So directly substitute the values whatever you have. That is 0.14605 moles divided by 0.365 kg. Here what did we do? We have written 365 ml and we have written 365 kg. Why is it so? We are presuming the density of water as 1 gram per cc. Because of that, the same ml we have taken in the form of grams. So it is 0.365 kg it has become. Alright, then it is 0.4 is the molality. In the same way, mole fraction. Mole fraction of solute. So we shall represent this as this one. Rather, it is given as X, of course. Alright. In this, number of moles of solute divided by total number of moles. Total number of moles means it's solute and solvent both. Then you are getting this value. 20.255 plus 0.14605. When you solve this, you will get 0.00716. Right? Got it? Now, actually, from this itself, I can also get number of moles of solvent, that is water, present in overall solution. Rather, mole fraction fraction of solvent can also be obtained from this. How to obtain that? That also we will see. You see, in a solution, if there are only two components, the total mole fraction of both the components, the sum of mole fractions of both the components is equal to 1. And we also know that in this you have only these two components. So if you want mole fraction of water, you deduct this value from 1. That is 1.0000 minus 0.00716. Let's go that far. If you deduct this, whatever value you are getting, that will be the mole fraction of solvent. And can you guess how much it would be? Definitely, without going into much details, I shall write 0.99 something. Understanding? That is it. That means mole fractions of two components will be equal to 1. The sum of mole fractions of all the components present in the solution is equal to 1. But here I have only two components, so I have done it like this. You are getting it? Yes. Let me clear this. Now let's go for the another numerical. You have a 20% by mass salt water solution. You see here 20% by mass salt water solution with a density of 1.04 grams per ml. From that they are asking to find molarity and mole fraction. Very good numerical. Alright, as I was explaining, what do you mean by 20% by mass salt water solution? That means 20 grams of NaCl is present in 100 grams of solution. 20% by mass salt water solution refers to this one. Okay, see here it is written percentage mass is equal to mass of solute by mass of solution into 1000. That means 20 grams of NaCl present in 100 grams of solution. Right? So this much is the point which is already given in the numerator. Now from that we are trying to calculate different things. You see, as you can see it, you will understand. Explanation is there. Okay, just see this.